Hey guys, I'll be reacting to 10 most insane water slides in the world.
In the world. So we've probably all been on a water slide before, and if you think you've been on a crazy, cool, or scary one, well, I guarantee they were nothing compared to these insane water slides. So guys, be sure to like the video and subscribe, and comment I subscribed and I will reply. So coming in at number 10 we have Verrückt. So this is a very crazy and infamous water slide. Verrückt water slide is in Kansas in America, and riders go as a group on rafts. It's 14 stories in length, and the ride can apparently meet speeds of 40 miles per hour. And at the end of the ride, there's an incredibly steep 50-foot drop that the rafts go down. And in case you guys don't believe me about how extreme this is, in 2011 the ride decapitated and killed a 10-year-old boy after his raft went airborne. And then the boy who was named Caleb was thrown off the ride and into the safety netting, which cut off his head. And the reason for this was because you need at least 400 pounds of weight on the raft, but he only went with one woman. And unfortunately their weight didn't meet the requirements. The woman was fine, but 10-year-old Caleb tragically died. And now I think not too many people go on the ride just because it doesn't seem safe. But coming up next we have Insano. So this massive water slide is located in Brazil, and it's an insane 41 meters high, which is the equivalent to a 16-story high building. And talking of it being insane, the speed of this thing can go from 0 to 65 miles per hour in only 5 seconds. It was built in 1989 and has attracted daredevils from all around the world, including some people who really love water slides who come from other countries and sometimes even different continents.
Sorry guys, hold up.
Of one thing, sharks. And that's because this 45 mile per hour slide lets those willing speed through a Mayan temple and then into shark-infested waters. And the guy who made this ride said he wanted people to experience many emotions when riding the leap of faith. But I'm guessing the main emotion that people get is fear that you're going to become the next real-life Jaws victim. And this ride is massive because they wanted it to be realistic, and the temple is actual size, which is huge. And there's over 20 real 14-foot Caribbean reef sharks in the waters. So if any of you guys are thinking of going on a relaxing vacation, then head to the Bahamas where this is located and check this out. Just make sure that tunnel doesn't have any cracks in it. But coming up next we have Aqueduct. Oh, and just a quick disclaimer before this one starts, if you don't like heights then look away now, because this one takes place in a massive transparent tunnel. And the location of this ride is also very weird because it can only be found on the Disney Fantasy cruise liner. And the riders go through 760 feet of transparent tubing filled with water, and the ride spans 4 decks of the ship and goes all the way around it and even off the side of the ship. And because the slide is so high, you can get really amazing views, but then again, you'll probably be a bit too busy screaming with fear instead of looking at the scenery. And in case you guys were wondering about the speed of this thing, the ride is 800 feet long and only takes 1 minute to complete, so take that as you will. And when it turns dark, the slide is lit up with LED lights to guide your way. And at the end of all of that madness, you get plunged into to recover. And it's apparently the first and only water slide on a cruise ship. But coming up next we have L2. So this slide, simply named L2, is located in Austria, and this one made headlines when it was built for 2 reasons. Number 1, because it's the world's first double looping water slide, and number 2, because it defies gravity, because you can actually go in a complete loop around the slide, which in my opinion is really crazy. And you must have to go so fast for this to happen, because you have to get all the way around the loop without going back, because if you fell, you probably break your neck. And another weird thing about this slide is that you actually have to start it standing up, and then you'll drop down a massive tube. And the reason for this is to pick up more speed. And the L2 creator describes it as an exciting experience that gets under your skin. I don't know if I like the sound of that. But coming up next we have Tantrum Alley. So this one is located in Wild Wadi Water Park in Dubai, and it features 2 drops and 4 loops known as tornadoes. And this is probably one of the largest slides on this list because it covers 33 meters in length and covers a very large area. It's known as the best water slide in Dubai and is reserved for the most daring thrill seekers who like to push their adrenaline to the limit, according to the Wild Wadi website. And this is also a very fast slide which can reach speeds of 60 miles an hour, making it one of the fastest water slides on this entire list. The slide is also incredibly thin, and it looks like you could easily fall out of it and face the 200-foot drop. And you're supposed to ride in rafts, but if you prefer to fly solo or slide solo, then that's fine too. But to be honest, raft or not, I wouldn't want to go anywhere near those huge loops. But next up we have Wallaha Wave. So if you guys have ever seen one of those melted crayon artworks, well, imagine them but as a water slide. Because this very colourful slide is located in Texas in America and is a 23-meter monstrosity with insane winding loops, super fast tunnels and even fake waves. And the left side of the ride, which is called the Wet and Wild side, is designed for families to go down on rafts. But if you're alone, you can take the right side of the slide, which they call the Constrictor. And after you leave the chutes, you fly through the air for a few seconds to create the feeling that you're in a zero-gravity environment. And it also gives you a complete sense of weightlessness. And if all of that wasn't enough to make you throw up, then there's also something that they call a tornado turnpipe, which is a 720-degree corkscrew spiral which makes riders fall to a 50-foot drop. So yeah guys, the only advice I can give you is to not ride this directly after eating. But next up we have Aqua Loop. So the Aqua Loop is located in Australia and it's made up of 4 slides. So all of the riders get into these avatar-style capsules and wait for the unknown. Then a robotic countdown voice says 1, 2, 3. And then the floor literally disappears beneath the riders' feet, making them fall around 60 feet down these huge multicolored tubes. They then loop around a large circuit and finally make a big splash at the end. And you guys can already see how big this is, but it only takes 7 seconds to complete the ride, which just proves how fast this ride can go. Which, by the way, is 0 to 40 miles per hour in just 1 second, which is faster than a lot of cars. But coming up next, we have Scorpion's Tail. So this water slide is located in Wisconsin in America at a water park called Noah's Ark Water Park, and is described as a looping near vertical water slide. You enter the slide by a trap door which takes you down a 50-foot chute, then you descend 10 stories and travel at high speeds down a 400-foot pipe. And because the slide is almost totally vertical, it's all up to the rider's weight to decide their speed. And the pipe then loops at 27 feet high at an angle of 60 degrees, which can really knock you up around the walls of the slide, which sounds like it would really hurt. And then you fall down a 70-degree slope at the end and make your way into a heated pool. And they even use lubricating sprays on the slide walls to make sure you finish the ride within 9 to 14 seconds. And that just about wraps up this video. Check out the poll in the top right corner and you guys can vote for the craziest slide. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on Scorpion right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe.
Bye guys. Stay savage, stay true.